Oh!
Hello! You specifically said talk first.
I made a noise. I didn't say any words.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's me, Jake, and it's Becca.
Hi, I'm Becca.
Yeah, she just won a game this morning before lunch. How do you feel?
I feel strong, powerful, vindictive, and yet easygoing.
Yeah, we just reset the table because she flipped it in victory, not in anger.
Yeah,
really
you can
great.
do that if you win.
She does. It was super good. It was Roth. Check it out if you haven't. But today, we're actually going to be playing another sweet game that's up on the crowdfunding sites. It's Sudden Conflict.
Boom!
Yeah! And you might notice there's 3 boxes behind us. That's because it's a modular type of setup. It's a skirmish 1v1 game that you can actually mix and match different teams from different multiverse settings. And it's pretty cool. We unboxed it a few weeks ago here on the stream just to check it out with, I believe, Ruel. And I think you were here too for that.
Nope.
Okay, well, I imagined you here.
Thank you.
You
I'm
really
always ever present.
Yeah. Well, it's just that portrait we have of Dear Leader in the wall.
Thank you.
But we have...
Stitched by Tess in chat, Emerald Sky.
Mm-hmm. And we are going to be playing a 1v1 version of this, and we're going to be skirmishing, and it's actually a fun, little, simple game. It's on Kickstarter right now. Oh, there's a link from Nightcat. Thank you very much. What I really like about this and exploring it, and I'll explain the rules in a minute, is that it's pretty fast and fluid, and when you lose a character, like if they get defeated, they're not out of the game. They're just...
resting.
They're defeated for sure, but they can do a little. They can get in the way with their body, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excited to learn what that means.
Maybe not the language they would use, but I'm using it. Ray, why don't you bring us onto the top down and we can check this out a little bit here. Folks, if you guys have questions about the game, I'm going to explain it right now, but then I will probably be ignoring a little bit of chat. But if you have questions, Ray can definitely answer them for you and ask us too. So right here, we've got a little cathedral. This is where Becca and I are going to be throwing a party, and by party, I mean battle.
Yeah, that's my idea of a party.
It's a game where we each have 3 combatants, which we'll be deploying here into the battlefield shortly. I am playing the one of the evil empires. I believe I'm called the Empire of Malar. The Empire of Malar, which has some pretty...
Sounds like a bunch of malarkey.
Is the top down, is that little punch-in ready? Where's my zone? Oh,
the zone of interest.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, oh yeah,
let's turn towards you. Water, please. If you please.
It's pretty
Wow,
close.
look at this cool blue light situation. We live here?
The blue is really
This is nice.
The red was so vibrant earlier, but I like the coolness here.
I like what it's doing to the brick.
Yeah. So this is Arlax Jorl, of course. That's one of my beefy warriors.
Of the Jorl family.
I've got Empress Malar, and I've got, of course, Contessa Bly. So all of the characters have a health value. They have 3 defensive values, depending on the type of attack that's hitting them. And they have a number of actions over here. Very simple. On our turn, each character is going to get 2 actions, and they can't repeat the same actions twice. Okay. Once a character is gone, they'll take their ready token and flip it over to the acted side, and
not so ready,
showing they can't do it any longer. Let's talk about what the gameplay looks like. During setup, you and I are each going to deploy these one at a time on the board into a space. A space is these little dots right here. And
so the corners are these tiny little plus signs.
That's exactly right.
Okay, gotcha. The dot is the center of the square.
Yes. There are a number of barriers as well, which block line of sight. Additionally, line of sight is blocked by opposing characters that might fill a space, for instance. So
okay, so
I don't have line of sight here.
Is it like drawing through? Your arrow would have to go through a square that includes another player?
You're really close. Yeah, it's from the center here, a straight line drawn to the center of your target space.
I'm gonna...
Yeah, that's perfect. Now, because
it goes through the square
that means I cannot line of sight because this person's blocking.
Got it.
So yeah. Additionally, line of sight is also important because if someone's adjacent to you and you want to fire, you can't do ranged attacks. You can't fire your bow if someone's in your face.
Don't ever do that again, please.
Well, don't when you're firing your bow, or just ever. Okay.
I'm panicking.
I know what to do to throw her off now.
Okay.
So that's...
Sorry.
Yeah.
I cannot do a ranged attack to anyone in an adjacent square, including diagonal.
Ooh, I think you can. Let me double check what the range rule is. I think you can do adjacent. You just need to have line of sight.
I was very confused by the waving hands rule. What was that one again?
If someone's next to you, you can't attack with ranged because they're distracting you. Like, so if I was trying to attack this person, but you were right here, you're distracting me from being able to make a good shot. But I guess that would apply for you as well. I couldn't do a range attack for you because you're in my face. But if I managed to move back and then do it, maybe that would work.
Yeah, I wonder if you were the target.
Yeah. Let me give you the exact range wording.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Range attacks work like melee attacks, which you can, melee is just hit anybody adjacent, including diagonal. They, with these following exceptions, the target may target enemies within line of sight, and they cannot be used if enemy character is in a space adjacent to the user. It's impossible to aim with an enemy in your face. So yeah, if...
Wait, what was the last line? It's impossible?
To aim with an enemy in your face.
Okay, you can't aim at them or anyone else.
If someone's adjacent to you, you can't use your range attack, essentially.
I'm nervous. I mean, yeah, the example you did really was apt.
I'm sorry I freaked you out.
Was so thrown off. I would not have been able to fire anything.
Usually. No, for sure. So that's
finally the chink in Becca's armor.
The other thing to know about the board is that some of these spaces have these little hazardy symbols here.
Whirlpool for a spa treatment.
Yeah, instead of it giving a spa though, it deals damage because if a character begins his turn there, it takes 1 damage.
What are they called? Thematically?
Hazard space?
Okay, but it does look
hazard
like
tiles.
Cozy. It looks like it's
sure. Maybe the sun is turned up too high and you're getting dehydrated.
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay,
I'm with you now.
So yeah, overheating is what we'll call it for our purposes.
Whoa! That's the sound I make when I'm in a hot tub and I feel too warm.
Whoa! I believe that's it for the basics of what's going on up here. Let's talk about what a round looks like. First off, we're trying to kill each other. That's a skirmish game.
What?
Yeah. If you can defeat all 3 of my characters, you win, and vice versa.
Okay.
If we both defeat each other at the same time, whoever was defeated first loses.
And is not in a whirlpool spa.
It gets to go to a cooler whirlpool spa later.
Okay.
And by cooler, I mean better, not less warm. And the game is played in rounds. Rounds are divided into 3 phases. There is the initiative phase. Where we decide who gets initiative because only one of us will have this.
That makes sense.
And what's nice about this, well, I'm going to give you the initiative in the first part of the game since you destroyed us in Roth.
Thanks.
Anybody who does not have the initiative gets a momentum die.
Interesting.
Momentum die are like action dice, which you and I are going to be rolling these to do our actions. But momentum die are a private pool that we can add to and then are expended once used to any of our characters' abilities. And it doesn't matter if one character gains the momentum dice, another character can use them. It's just a pool between our team.
Okay, so momentum is the white die, action dice are the other one, and anytime I'm rolling action die, I can choose to expend my momentum die.
You can choose to add one before you roll. So if you're like, oh, I need to roll 3 action dice to do...
But let me throw in a momentum.
To make it better.
Must decide before the roll, and can I add more than 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Momentum die have 3 blank sides and 3 hit sides. I believe that's the same for action dice.
Yes.
So they are effectively the same. But obviously momentum die are harder to come to, and action dice are determined by your abilities. So initiative phase is determined who gets it, and then whoever loses that gets a momentum die.
Cool. How does the initiative pass?
It does it by we each roll 5 dice, and whoever rolls more hits gets the initiative.
Each time?
That's simple. Every round.
Oh, so you did give it to me, but you're taking it away potentially.
Well, one person has to start with it. We skip it in the first round.
Got it.
Yeah, so you're going to start with it for real.
You were really threateningly rolling those dice.
Well, it's just an enthusiastic example is what I call it.
Gotcha.
You can say threatened. Then after the initiative phase is the action phase, where starting with you and then alternating with me and back and forth, we each activate a readied character. On a character's turn, it can do it can do 2 actions. I have 3 fingers held up. It can do 2 actions amongst the things listed here, and it can't repeat an action.
Great.
Okay.
Yep.
Actions include, they're all unique, which is kind of cool. There's, they have a description including their like passive abilities, movement abilities, and different types of attacks.
Yeah.
I think rather than going over all of the specifics, we'll kind of do it as we play the game.
Yeah.
But important things to know are the footprints are obviously movement, and then the abilities are the damage types. So you might see this little swirl here that's like an area of attack effect. Your defense values are different for the type of attacks you might be receiving.
Cool.
This is a mental, and this is a physical. So
and defense is how many dice you roll to potentially negate the hits?
that's right. Let's say if you did this 2
Emergent nightmare, ranged area attack.
Right.
Okay, so I roll 2 dice.
And then because if let's say this person was being hit by it, I would roll 3 in defense.
I got 2 successful hits.
And I got 2 successful hits, which negates, therefore nothing would occur.
Blah, blah. Okay.
But if you get even 1, your effect happens. And sometimes they deal more damage or do more things depending. Not everything is an attack in this game. Some things are also actions, as you'll see.
Yeah. Or abilities.
Yeah, abilities or actions. Once your character has acted, you flip it over to its acted side, play passes to the next character. Once both of them have acted, we do a recovery phase. Once both of our teams have acted, we do a recovery phase where we flip our character tokens back over. And if one character has more, what's the way they phrase it? If one player has more defeated characters than the other, they gain a momentum die. So there's a little bit of a catch-back mechanic.
Cool.
Catch-up mechanic, where if you're 1 down, you get another momentum die. The round's over, we begin a new round, we play until the other person is slain.
Okay, 2 questions. What is our starting placement, and what are Hex, Glory, and Anguish?
That's right. Hex, Glory, and Anguish are status markers, and they will affect us in various ways when we use these abilities. Hex says, this action can't be used. Spend 1 action to remove it. So I imagine something on here says put a Hex token on an opponent's ability, which means, guess what? You can't use it. Glory.
It's like you wiggled your hands in my face, but on my board.
Okay. The Glory says your actions roll an extra die. Remove on the next initiative. Ooh, that's kind of cool. It's a nice little buff. And Anguish is your actions roll 1 less die. Remove this on next initiative. So these are opposite things.
Cool.
Yeah. And then you said for deployment. Well, that happens in the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Ooh, I found 1 Anguish for me, and I don't know, maybe we have different stuff. We won't necessarily have all of Hex, Glory,
no,
and
not necessarily.
Anguish.
And there's different tokens in different versions of the game.
No.
Yeah, so the Galactic Throne that we're playing here is kind of a space age, ancient empires kind of thing, where we have these 3, but every game might have different stuff. So that's the mix and match fun of it. I
love me some mix and match fun.
I lied to you about the hazard tiles. These are our spawning tiles, actually. This is where we're going to be deploying in the beginning of the game. The hazard tiles are like these little shardy looking things. I'm not seeing any. They look like this, Becca. I don't see any of them.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
there aren't any on this map. So it might be on a safe map.
We might have a beginner map.
Yeah.
Ooh, should we look at the other side real quick, just for funsies?
Let's peek.
I don't know. I don't know if there's anything there. There is something there. Oh, and it's pretty colors.
Yeah, it's very vibrant.
Okay, it's got a bunch of hazards on these
it's got the
piranha
brambles.
plants.
Oh yeah, there I see it, the little mouths.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to play here instead? I was just throwing.
No.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
Should we?
Is
there any other setup that changes?
Nothing changes in setup. It's just a different environment to try.
You know, it's more violent, but it's also more plant-based.
Hey, that's what we both like.
And obviously on Tuesdays, I am plant-based. If we order from Ike's.
Yeah, someone was asking about lunch. It was Ike's Love Sandwiches. And if you love sandwiches, you're going to love Ike's.
It's not correct grammar, but we forgive them that, and we eat the sandwiches anyway.
Yeah, it is plural, isn't it?
Ike's love sandwiches. Okay, I bet we take some sort of turn order in deployment.
Yeah, I don't know if it said initiative or not. Let's look. For setup, choose a battlefield of the game. Each player builds a team of 3 to deploy. Randomly choose 1 player. They take the initiative token. The player with the initiative token places 1 character in a space with the deploy zone on the battlefield that doesn't already have a character on it. So a deploy zone are like this is a deploy zone right here.
Got
See
it.
how they're connected? So if you put 1 here, neither of us can put them in any of these connected spots.
Oh,
You
got it.
choose amongst here where you want to go. And you can go anywhere in the map.
Right there.
All right.
That was my Baron Holloway, the infinite host. Once the most exquisite creature across 100 worlds, now Baron Holloway's past is a barely distant memory. His transformation into a prison for the infinite matrix has opened his mind to the nightmares that lurk beyond the veil and to the inevitable fate of this reality. Get ready, flavor text, you can't stop me.
That was crazy.
It reminds me of C-3PO.
The infinite matrix. I like it.
But got backwards bending knees, which is a nice little detail. Bizarre. Chicken legs.
Bizarre.
Chicken legs. Chicken robot legs. Don't call me that. I hate it. I'm very powerful. Okay, chicken legs.
Okay. Great. Let's go with Arlax Jorl. And I'm going to put them right here.
Sick.
Arlax, after the annihilation of his people, Arlax Jorl's soul was tragically bound to the Empress Millar. Unable to break free from her indomitable will, Arlax Jorlar fights for injustice and oppression across the galaxy, keeping Millar's realm safe from any false hope that might arise amongst its people. He's an oppressor.
All right, my turn. I'm not going to read all of them. I realized it was long.
You nailed it, though.
But this is Ula, the imprisoned empath. She's like a little fern person.
Fern person? Oh, yeah. Look at her. Yeah.
Yeah, she has a vast capacity for love and sacrifice. She's been forced to endure a lot. I am an empath. Spawn. I think we'll go, let's see, the ranged attack. I've got the initiative, so we're going to go right there.
I should remind folks that also this is a prototype version. Final versions will have really nice minis that I think are, what's the word for that?
These are resin, I bet.
Resin, but there was a sweet word.
Tubular.
Tubular, thank you, tubular.
Yeah.
That's excellent. All right, we're gonna put the Countess Bly right over here.
It's actually Ike's Love and Sandwiches, it turns out.
Ike's Love and
we were wrong.
Oh, the grammar now makes sense. Ike's Love and Sandwiches.
Oh, we got Ike's Love delivered.
Nice.
And a sandwich. Okay, so who's that?
Oh, this is the Countess, Contessa Bly. She's an advocate of the acolyte of the void, an advocate of the void.
Either or,
Standing up for the void, right?
Okay.
Where the void's being oppressed.
She is standing behind the Baron in a way most ominous. Okay, Heather Singh is a space ranger. She looks like a sweet, cute little human babe with a fish tank on her head. And her hatred of authority stems from years of watching planetary leaders hesitate or compromise in the face of certain doom.
Whoa.
Cool.
Okay.
She asks forgiveness, not permission, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Okay, so you still got one more placement.
Yeah.
I think we will provide a little backup to, who's my most vulnerable? Heather, indeed. Okay, she's, gonna start here. What's the line of sight gonna look like? Okay, here we go. Get it.
Great. I'm gonna go ahead and bring her. Ooh, boy, this is a tough thing to figure out here. Let's go downtown.
Welcome to downtown.
Downtown. That's the Empress Millar herself, the galactic matriarch. Now,
her headpiece is incredible.
yeah, isn't it? Isn't it legit?
Yeah, fabulous.
She's on the cover for a reason. One thing I want to note before we get started is the defeated tag, which you might have on some of your character abilities. I'm trying to see if I can find one for an example.
Remove damage from each target non-defeated ally.
That's really cool. That's like a healing thing.
Yeah.
Where's the word for
You're
defeated?
looking for something.
Once a character, the defeated tag. An action with the defeated tag is a character's last resort in the most dire situation. Defeated characters can only spend action points on defeated actions, and they can only be used if the character is defeated. But I don't see anything that is currently defeated. So just keep in mind, if you see one of those abilities, you can't use it until you are defeated.
Okay.
All right, I believe I gained one momentum die because you
have the
initiative, and then I think it's worth it to try and just start around.
All right, I am going to do a ranged attack using Ula, the imprisoned empath, on, let's see, it's going to be a globular attack. We've got the fist, the globular, and the whirlwind.
The globular is, I believe, mental abilities.
Mental. Oh, that's brain goo.
Mind.
Yeah. Okay, body, mind, and soul.
Yeah,
that is lovely. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, let me take a look-see here. So I've got line of sight from Ula to this character.
You do.
I don't have this line of sight. I don't have this line of sight. And the only way to move is to use your whole action for a movement. Is that right?
No, you have two
actions. I have
you have
two actions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, I have, this character has an ability to gain momentum dice for each ally in line of sight. None right now, but that's good to know. Should have started with that in mind. Okay, remove damage from friends, and this one's defeated ability. I do have one.
There, you found one.
So Heather has one. I gain momentum dice, then Heather's other actions gain the defeated tag until the end of her turn.
This is cool. Also note you have some passive abilities as well.
At the beginning of Heather's turn, each damaged or defeated ally in line of sight may gain a glory token.
It's so funny because I thought you were making fun of her name, but her name is Heather. Whereas I have like Empress Millar and acts like Jorl. You got Heather.
I got Heather.
I love it.
She's wearing a fish tank on her head, and she's also helpful. Okay. Ooh, I have a passive ability with Ula of prophetic visions. I guess it's passive, but it is one of my 2 actions. Once during each initiative phase, you may reroll any number of your dice.
It's not an action. It's just
happens.
Just
That's
happens.
what passive means.
Yeah, passive means doesn't require you to use an action.
Okay. Great. So I think I'm just gonna attack you in the mind twice.
In my mind. Here to Arlax Joral.
Yeah.
All right, great. So then I roll 2 defensive dice, and you'll roll how many attack?
2 mind dice.
All right. Here we go.
Damage. 2.
Oh, 0. So what does that do?
I'm gonna deal 2 damage.
Bonk, bonk.
Then your targets each gain an anguish token.
Okay, anguish.
This one.
Your actions roll 1 less die. Remove on the next initiative. Oh, bummer. That's anguishing. Damn.
And then I'm gonna do that again. 2 more.
You hit me again?
Yeah.
Oh, you cannot do the same action twice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Then I think, I think I'm going to move out of your line of sight.
Probably wise.
This is in line of sight, right? Around the corner of,
No, there's a barrier here, right?
right. Is that barrier, is that going to block line of sight?
It is, because it's a straight line from your circle to mine. Now, oh yeah, this isn't a damage token, so you're fine. Yeah, so yeah, you're hidden. You're hidden behind the wall, looking like a fern. I might not even notice you.
Sick. Okay. Well, that is Ula.
Great. I'll act with Jorl first. His first action is Purifying Aura. It's an ability. I have to roll 2 action dice, and I can remove X status tokens, where X is the number of hits I get. Get 1, so... Oh, wait, well, I should remove 1 of these because I was only allowed to roll 1.
Oh, reroll. Got it.
And then I may remove 1
anguished.
damage from him. Yeah, that's what I'm role playing. And then I can move. Supportive measures movement. Move 4 spaces, then gain a momentum die if there's an ally in an adjacent space. Oh, that's kind of cool. Or do I have? I don't have any ranged attack except for voltaic discharge. Wow. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that ends my turn.
Gain a momentum die?
And gain a momentum die if there's an ally adjacent, which it's not.
Ah, okay. Great. Back to me.
The interesting thing about momentum die is I don't see a rule that says they go back at the end of the round, so I think you can carry them over rounds.
That makes sense. Okay, so I could have a line of sight through a piranha, it seems.
Yes, barriers are the only thing that interrupt line of sight. You can definitely shoot through piranha plants.
Okay, because I've got things that want... I have an ability that gives me momentum dice for allies in line of sight, and then I have another thing for... I can promise the stars.
What?
That's what Heather does.
Promise
you know what
the
Heather
stars?
does?
That's too many promises.
Yeah, don't ever doubt Heather, because she can promise the stars. Okay. And it has fusion thrusters. Ooh. Okay. Fusion thrusters mean if I move 3 in a straight line, then I get a momentum. is
Ooh,
a straight line diagonal?
Straight lines, I believe, do include diagonals, which I kind of forgot.
And then this would be line of sight, right?
Can you draw a straight, unbroken line here? It looks like you can.
Heather's about to. Here we go. I'm gonna go this circle to this circle.
I think you got it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Nice move.
And that was my fusion thrusters to gain a momentum die. And then I'm going to ranged attack. This is 2 mines coming at Contessa.
Okay, Contessa.
And
3 defense.
ooh,
dice.
3 defense. Do I even care to add my momentum? I will not. 2 hits.
Jeez, 2 hits, negates it.
All right, pretty sick there, bro. Then place a hex token on each target.
If it doesn't affect, it doesn't affect. So if you don't actually do anything with the result, I believe the action has no effect.
Okay. Then that is Heather's action. Oh, she's already acted.
If it has no remaining opponent defense, initial effects of the same sentence do not happen. Yes. Okay, great. And you gain a momentum die. That's actually a cool ability. So the number of hits remaining determines the attack's final effect. If the attack has no hits remaining after the opponent defends, the action's additional effects in the same sentence do not happen, and you gain a momentum to die.
Oh, so if I whip,
There's a
I get
consolation
momentum.
prize. Yeah,
Okay.
that's clever.
That's
I like
really
that.
nice.
All right, so that's acted.
Yeah.
All right, so it's either Contessa
She,
or Empress.
but that is fine, I guess. Her name is Heather. She rearranged the stars to spell her name.
Do we have any pushes with you, Contessa? Your ranged, your melee. Oh, then move your targets X spaces. Whoa, that's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to do Glory and Annihilation, which is move 4 spaces, gain a momentum die for each defeated ally, which there are none. 1, 2, 3. I'll stop here. And then I'm going to do an Agonizing Wail. I'm going to add my momentum die to this. It's a 3, so I'm going to roll 4. It's a melee attack against your Baron, who rolls 3. He has a lot. He's going to be okay. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
Go.
Yeah, I will. I will go. I'm still going.
I think that when you went down and back up on YouTube, that it made the video private again. But you can change that in Restream if you edit destinations, I think. That's my guess.
Agonizing Wail, W-H-A-L-E, has been asked. It's A-I-L. Oh no,
2
only
hits.
2. That's not good.
Reroll.
Reroll, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Got 1.
All
Okay,
right.
1 gets through on the Baron, who now has 5 health.
Additionally, I also moved you that many spaces. So
1?
I only get to move you 1. I really wanted to move you 2 there.
Into the piranha? Okay.
But that's my 2 actions with the Contessa.
Cool. Okay, Baron's the only one left. I could move and remove a status token, but there are none. I can get in close and do melee, and then I would give you an anguish token if I succeed. That's brain. What's her brain?
Her brain defense is 3.
Her lowest is a punch. So
Physical,
let me
yes.
reshape matter, because I'll roll 3 dice, and then I can remove a status token from an ally in line of sight. I don't have any, but I think, and then I have an ability of gaining momentum dice for each ally in line of sight. That seems good. And then my area ability is either move or push each targeted character hits times 2 spaces.
Oh.
While moving, your targets may pass through barriers. Push targets still collide. All right, my question with that we don't need to answer right now is like, oh, you moved on to a hazard.
I did.
Take 1 damage, please.
When I begin my turn there.
Beginning a turn.
I should have moved here is what I should have done. I kind of forgot that this was not a deploy zone, but
That's some
that's a blunder.
toxic ooze.
It's a blunder.
Okay, well then I'll have you stay there, sir, and I will be ranged attacking you. And I think that I'm just gonna use both momentum that I have.
Okay.
So I've got 5 coming.
I just rolled 1? You're doing reshape matter?
Contessa.
Oh, dang. I didn't realize you had a reshape. I got 1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So you get 3 total. And so it does 3 damage, is that right?
To the Contessa.
Boom.
Thank you. Okay, and then my other ability will be to gain a momentum die for each ally in line of sight. I lose the ones I spent, and then I gain 1 because this ally is in line of sight, and then the other one is not.
Oh, cool move.
Thanks. And that is acted. Final character of the round. Empress?
Yeah, we're gonna probably disintegrate you.
That makes sense. I did walk right into your line of sight.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Destined to Conquer is pretty fun. Your hero's there, Unstoppable Force. Just making sure I understand everything.
My name is Heather, and I'm a human who flies through the stars.
Let's do Destined to Conquer, which is just an ability where I roll 2 dice and I gain that many momentum dice and a glory token. So I gain 1 momentum die, a glory token, which adds +1 to my action. And
do you put it anywhere you want?
It's just my character. It's just to any action. All my actions gain an extra die. I should have done this earlier because it would have been for all of them, but just for this. I will then use Disintegration Beam, which is a ranged attack that deals damage. It now does 3, and I'll use the momentum die. This is coming at you for physical on Heather.
Heather, she has 2 defensive body-wise. Body.
All right, Disintegration Beam, here we go. Through 2.
None.
Okay.
None. I take 2 damage.
If all dice rolled show hits, which they didn't, your target immediately takes 1 additional damage. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay.
And that's for her ranged?
Yes. So I flip that to gone, and I think we've completed a round.
Pretty good round.
We flip all these folks back on over to ready.
Cool.
And then yours included. And then we would, if one of us was defeated or has more defeated characters, they would gain a momentum die. Otherwise, we go right into the initiative phase of the next round where we each roll 5 black dice.
5 black dice. Sorry.
No, all good.
Wow.
So you still have a momentum left over?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yep,
2.
3. So I'll take initiative and you get a momentum.
momentum. Okay.
Gosh, man, I'm bummed about the Contessa's blunder right into that toxic ooze. And she already has 3 freaking damage on her. This is really not good.
You might want to move her quick before I kill her.
There's other characters. That's really cool. That's really, really, really cool.
So they take the damage at the start of their turn.
When they begin their turn.
When they begin their turn.
Boy, she might be in a lot of trouble really quickly. Gains anguish and then places X tokens on them. Okay.
I did spend a lot of momentum on punching her.
Yes, you did, but it was a really good play. And then I just stood on top of toxic ooze like an idiot.
It's okay.
Okay. Jurl's just so fun. So, this is not considered adjacent because there's a barrier between us, which is kind of frustrating.
Oops.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's use supportive measure, which is move 4 spaces, then gain a momentum die. If there's an ally next to you, there won't be. I'm gonna move just right here. That's 1 action. And then I'm going to do Reluctant Strike, where I deal a hit amount of damage, but then Arlax Jurl gains a Hex token. This Hex token can't be placed on an action that already has a Hex token.
I don't want to do this, but I am Jurl.
It's my destiny.
Okay.
I'm going to roll 5 dice for this. It's a mind hit.
That's just your default?
Soul. Yeah, it's 5, but I'm going to gain a Hex token. So soul to you on Ula.
You gain the hex.
Yes.
Because you're reluctant.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
Okay, soul on Ula. So I get 2 for soul, unless I try and defend her with a few more. So you're rolling 5. Do I have to decide if I'm spending them before you roll?
We roll together.
We roll together. I'll use 1 of them.
Here we go. 3. 1. So that negates, so down to 2. I deal 2 damage to you and I take a Hex token. I'm going to put it on If you can believe it, I might just put it on the... Yeah. I think I'm just going to put it on the movement. Who cares? Let's talk real quick about pushing.
Okay.
There are some effects that allow you to push a character as part of its attack. You have to push it further away from the character that made the push, obviously. And
What about left or right?
as long as it's a further distance away. Like,
Okay.
I don't think you can push me here because it's like equidistant, but if you push me here, then here, that should be okay, maybe. You can do diagonal. I'm just as an example. The other part of it is if they hit a barrier or another character, they take damage. If they hit another character, they both take damage.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let me read the exact wording on push so it feels legal to both of us. A character move in a direction away from the character whose action caused the push. If there are multiple directions that would increase the distance between the pushing character and the pushed character, you choose which direction to move them. The push character should never be closer to the pushing character on any space during the push than when the push started. Simply, they got to be further away than where it began.
Gotcha.
That is Arlax Jorl. Your turn, my friend.
So he's got a big soul? No, he doesn't. Okay. Here's what I think. It'd be really fun to punch your Contessa because she just needs 2 more damage to be defeated. Ooh, and you've already used this guy, so nobody's gonna bother her for a minute, I think. So what I would like to do is, Baron Holloway's attacks are either Cognitive Suppressor, which is gonna be attacking Mind, which she's got 3 of. She's got the least in Body, which is my ranged attack, and we're 1 away.
Yeah, that's the thing about this game is we really have to like balance out the types versus who we're fighting.
Yeah, okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna again do a ranged attack on your lady standing in the slime because I'm really hoping I can kill her before she gets her turn. Because she's gonna take 1 damage on her turn anyway. So really I just need to get 1 in. So I'm going to reshape matter. I'm gonna be rolling 3 body dice against your body dice, and I'm adding my 1 momentum. Let's go.
Sorry.
Contessa.
Yeah, but which defense?
Body.
Body. So physical, you mean?
It's called body.
Oh, is it? Oh, my bad.
Body, mind, and soul.
Got it. That makes much more sense. All right, I have 1 die. Here we go. It's a 0. You
Got a 1.
So you deal just 1 damage?
Yes.
And anything else?
Deal 1 damage, remove a status token from each ally in line of sight. I do have an ally in line of sight, but she doesn't have any status tokens. So that's the first of my 2 actions.
I'm going to use Jorl's passive ability to direct damage from allies to Arlax Jorl.
Okay.
Which I was hoping to kind of reveal that when you did more damage, but here I am.
Then I spent this momentum, but I think that I'll use either move or push each targeted character times 2 spaces. Okay, I really want to get her, and he's already used his passive ability. Can he do it over and over?
I believe so. It's just whenever the effect happens.
Even though you'd be using the same action twice in a turn?
It's not an action, it's just a passive.
Passive, okay. Oh, I should have used my prophetic vision to re-roll the initiative. I'll do that next time.
That's cool.
Okay. So I am going to instead use my area ability. I'll be rolling 2 mind dice in order to push you, because if I push you into the wall, that's a barrier and you take 1 damage, yes?
Yeah, can you, what ability?
Shifting realities. Move or push each targeted character. Now, it's an area ability, so can you check if I need to be adjacent?
It doesn't say ranged or anything, it just says area.
Either move or push each targeted character X times 2 spaces.
Area. Instead of a single target, area actions simultaneously affect any number of valid targets that are both within range and within line of sight. When you use an area action, roll the number of dice required once, then resolve each target's defense and effects. Yeah, you're only doing 1 of them.
So it says within range. I think I would take line of sight.
I haven't seen any ranged, like there's no range values in here. You know what I'm saying? Like range seems to be infinite.
Chad, I will ask you if you have any opinion on an area ability. It says either move or push each targeted character Is there anything specific about specific character abilities? And also, how would you rule that? Can I go for her with my area
I think you can. I think it's largely a big ability. It's both ranged and affects multiple people.
Yeah, I think if I had anyone else in line of sight, I would also target them. Either move or push each targeted character hits times 2.
That's crazy. I mean, maybe that's how it is, but it seems nuts. But yeah, I believe you. Let's try it.
I mean, I don't know. But is range on that line below the portraits? Below the portraits? No, it just has your defensive values and your total health. Okay, well, we'll do it for now. And each target non-defeated. My other area ability is for allies. What are your area abilities?
I don't know if I have any. You're really cool.
Do they have an example in there for an area ability?
I think you were playing it correctly.
I mean, but maybe it's you use it when you're adjacent to multiple characters.
Yeah, but it is range. It's line of sight. It does say it. It's like
range?
When they're both within range and within line of sight.
Hey, I might not even hit, but 2 soul are coming at you.
Soul. Okay, and this is the Contessa?
Contessa.
So I have 2 soul defense.
2 hits.
1 hit. Brings it down to 1.
1 that gets through, times 2. I'm going to push you 2 spaces into the wall. Now, pushing you back 2, is that 2 hits or 1?
It's 1 hit, because I just hit the barrier, and I think I have to redirect it again, because I don't think she can die. But you're just killing Jorl is all you're doing. You're killing him!
Killing Jorl! I mean, I really want to kill her before she acted.
I know, but...
I tried my best.
She's freaking in the way, yeah.
Cool.
Dunzo?
Yes. Oh, enslaved spirit. That's dark.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he doesn't have a choice. All right, that brings it to these two haven't acted yet. So let's do. Gosh, Contessa. If she starts her turn, she's just gonna have a freaking damage, which is a real bummer. For each defeated ally gains anguish tokens. Okay, well let's try. Let's try some Malar options here.
Malar! I would assume that if there is a limited range, it would say otherwise. Otherwise, it's just line of sight. I appreciate that ruling.
Yeah, that feels right. Pass through barriers. Interesting, interesting. That's kind of cool.
Share with the class?
Well, I have something called Unstoppable Force. I can move 4 spaces. While moving, if Malar is not defeated, she may pass through barriers. Which are these? I can move through them.
Now, question, if you only take damage on the start of your turn, could I move through this treacherous terrain?
And into. You can even stand there if you want, but if you begin your turn there, you get hit.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. It's a melee attack. That's kind of fun. Let's... Oh, man. Contessa. Let's start Contessa's turn where she takes a damage, fortunately. She's 1 hit away now. God dang it. Let's do Glory and Annihilation. Move force. Actually, we should hit you, then run. We should hit you, then run! What's your lowest? Is physical over there?
Are you talking about the Baron?
I am talking about the Baron. It's not physical, it's
lowest
the soul.
Is soul.
Glimpse beyond the veil.
It's here?
Anguish token, and then place hex tokens on them.
Here's the soul.
Has the Baron gone yet? The Baron has.
Where do you keep yours?
2. Range attack. Let's do a psychogenic infraction. That's right. We're gonna deal. It's just 2, unfortunately, and you also get to roll 2, but we'll try it.
Okay, psychogenic.
All right,
1 hit.
I fail, so I gain a momentum die as a consolation prize, and then I'm gonna Glory and Annihilation, and I'm going to run away. 1.
Okay.
2, 3.
Diagonal, I forgot. So could I run diagonally here or no?
This barrier stops you, and actually
Okay.
I stop you.
Yeah. Strong.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think this is the play, actually. We're going to go here.
Oh, you don't want Heather Singh to come for you? I'm a woman wearing a fishbowl on my head. You will fear me.
That ends my turn.
Okay. So you've got the Empress left.
Yeah.
She did some damage to Heather, which didn't feel great. Okay, Heather can do movement of 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then she can do a melee attack. That's really fun. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
I've moved 3 in a straight line, gaining me a momentum dice.
Okay.
And then I will use my coup de grace melee attack. I'm going to deal X damage, and if this defeats your target, you gain an action point. I'm rolling soul. So I have 3. And then it makes sense to go for broke with an action die.
I think so.
Contessa with soul.
Yeah,
so
I'm
she
gonna
has
roll.
2. You start with 2.
Thank you.
Let's go! I had 3 or
I have
4.
2, so it
Was that you?
works.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me. So,
went so far.
you deal 1 damage,
That's all I dreamed of.
and you gain an action point, right?
I do. So she's going to get an additional action. When you're damaged, defeated, does your piece stay on the board? No.
She is replaced by her defeated token.
Okay.
Now, her defeated token still has some like value if there's like a defeated ability, which she currently doesn't have, but there are game effects that might give her one. She does not stop you from making missile or from ranged attacks, but she does stop movement staying in there. You can move through her if you wish.
Okay. Now I think that this line of sight is blocked. This line of sight is blocked.
Yeah, you got no line of sight.
So she could do. Oh, I'm sorry. At the beginning of Heather's turn, she had a passive ability. She each damaged or defeated ally in line of sight may gain a glory. This was supposed to gain a glory because she began
Sure,
here.
give the Baron a glory.
Thank you. Great. Baron's already acted.
That's true.
So, wah wah.
But you're learning the lesson.
I'm learning.
Heather's done?
No, that was passive. Let's see. Let's do.
Well, you moved, you do your thrusters, and then you do your attack, right?
And then I get a bonus
Oh, your third action, right.
But I've already moved, so I couldn't do that again. I could do a ranged area attack.
No one's in
I
line
can't
of
see
sight.
anyone. Yeah. Okay. So I think that I am unable to do an action.
Okay.
Great.
That leaves it only with Empress Mila. Empress Mila.
At least I hid from her.
Wish you could split movement, but you really can't.
Oh, we both rolled our momentum,
Where's
right?
the Baron?
Did you
Yeah,
roll
my
that?
momentum's gone. Thank you. The Baron sucks at soul stuff.
Soul sucking.
1, 2, 3, 4.
She sucks at the soul.
Target next spaces.
Suck at the soul.
Suck at the soul. We're gonna go unstoppable force. She can pass through barriers. That's pretty freaking sweet. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. At your back, Baron. And then we're gonna do a meteoric blow, which is a melee attack for the soul for 3, and it's gonna deal that amount of damage. Hopefully I can push you
Soul?
enough. Yeah,
Baron soul?
that's right.
Your actions roll an extra die, and action is not a defense.
No,
just get one
unfortunately
soul.
not. Yep.
Okay.
2.
1.
Dang it. All right, so you take 1 damage, and you are also pushed 1 space.
That makes sense.
That ends that turn,
Okay. My turn?
unfortunately.
Okay, you're not gonna like this.
I don't like it already.
So, look, Ula, the imprisoned empath, feels all the pain of the earth and then shoots that pain back at you.
Okay.
So she's over here cornered, and, Jarl came on up to her.
He did. No, he cornered her.
Yeah, he cornered her,
Yeah.
and so she really has no choice but to siphon his essence, which is her melee attack.
My essence, no!
Uh-oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Shoot, okay.
The first one felt like
First one was fake.
like acting. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was acting. It was bad acting. Okay.
An actor did not prepare.
Uda Hagen. This is Ula. Ula Hagen is going to siphon your essence in this acting class and deal damage using the soul. I have 4 to roll. And yeah, Jarl has how many?
Uno.
Ah! 1, 2, 3.
1.
2 hits.
Yes, that's so good. That's such great news. So I'll take 1 damage, right?
Yeah. Whoop. So I've used my melee, so I'm gonna have to use a different attack.
Ooh.
So I will use my Emergent Nightmare. And this says deal X damage, then your targets each gain an Anguish token. And we're gonna be rolling 2 mind. What you got in the mind?
The mind, I got 2 as well. This is
Smarter
range?
than he looks. This is my ranged area.
I don't know if you
I
can
can't use
use
a
it
ranged
next
area
to me.
because we're next to each other.
Hence why I kind of cornered you over here.
Okay. Let's see. I have an area ability, but I can't get to my friends. My area ability is remove X damage from each target non-defeated ally. So she needs to get to where she can help her friends. I can go. One, 2.
She moves 3?
3, 4,
Oh, you
5.
go 4. 5? You go 5?
5.
You go
She
so far.
has regal elegance.
I thought I was so smart cornering you. What the heck?
Did you think?
I did.
Did you think?
It's not cool.
I'm sad I didn't do more damage to you, but that's how that goes. And that is Ula's turn. So that is the round.
That's the round because Contessa is defeated.
Oh, actually, Heather did go. Yeah. I didn't flip it. Okay.
So flip them back. I gain a momentum token because I have less people alive, and then we roll for initiative.
All right.
What do we think so
and
far?
I'm going to use my prophetic visions if needed. I get 1 reroll of any number of dice.
Wow.
I know.
I got 1 frickin' roll.
I have 2.
So you don't even need him. You win.
But I do. Yeah. Okay. Well, I have to take the initiative, or I choose. I'll take the
I
initiative.
think you have to. I think you want to, especially when you have more characters than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're feeling good.
It does feel good. Okay, so that was, let's see, at the beginning of Heather's turn, each damaged or defeated ally in line of sight can gain a glory. Well, we lost the glory last time before I used it, so I should see if I have line of sight. Is this line of sight? That corner blocks?
Yeah, that corner blocks.
Okay, and that's at the beginning of her turn, so she can't move to get that. And then the Vestige of Hope is an area ability from this one to remove damage. Well, I think then we're just going to have to do some ranged attack on
Yeah.
the boss.
The Empress?
Melar. Yeah, so she's going to get Anguish if I hit her, which is your actions roll 1 less die for the whole, for her 2 actions. So
Jake
that's,
no like.
Yeah, if Jake no like, then
Becca like
Ula like. Yeah, Anguish seems good. So we're gonna start with Ula, and we're gonna do what's her mind power? She's not into mind. Okay, so I'm gonna roll 2 dice for mind for the Emergent Nightmare.
I'll roll, I should probably prevent this. I'll roll 1 momentum die.
Okay. 2 hits.
I'm so glad I did. I did nothing helpful to that. So 2 damage?
2 damage and an anguish.
Okay. Bingo. Bango. That hurts.
I'm so sorry.
You're not, and it's fine. I get it.
Yay.
Empress Millardo.
No.
Action
great.
2?
And then action 2, let's see. She can melee. She can move and pass through allies, which seems like I want to get closer to both my friends for the passive ability of Heather.
That's interesting. I thought all players could move through allies.
No.
I guess not with that wording.
Okay, yeah, let me see if I have any other options here. I could melee, but I'm just not close enough, and I could use an area ability if I could see anybody, but yeah, let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, whatever. Enjoy the line of sight. You can see them all, so whatever.
See them all. You get it.
You only pick one.
All
What's
right.
your area? Hold on. Maybe I don't want to be in your area.
I actually haven't had a lot of area abilities that I can even see. In fact, I don't think I have. I have a melee area attack with the dead Contessa.
Great.
Great. Great. Let's do the Empress Malar first.
I'm sorry. No, we're, yeah, okay. Have you ever heard a belly button is called a soul hole?
No.
Huh.
Where did that come from? Like, is that a cultural thing?
Look, yes, it's a cultural thing. Based in
Michigan.
Michigan. We'll find out soon.
Thanks for apologizing for that note beforehand, too. That was really great. All right. Gain a momentum die, the Miller gains a glory token. That's kind of fun, because you gave me anguish, so I'm rolling -1 on all this stuff, which is just brutal.
Ooh.
Let's do it. We'll do... Oh, but I need to... Oh, that's kind of cool.
Talk it out.
Okay, we're going to do Disintegration Beam. It rolls 2 dice, but I have anguish, so I roll only 1 dice. But I'll use momentum.
The Momo.
The Momo. And this is a physical attack, a body attack against.
On to the Baron.
Onto the Baron.
Okay, I will roll 3 dice. Here we go.
You have 3? Wait, you have 3. Okay.
I roll them quick before you change
This
your
is
mind.
good because this is negated, and I deal 1 damage to you. But if all dice rolled shown hits, your target immediately takes 1 additional damage.
So I take 2.
So Baron takes 2. The Baron has got 6 hit points.
4 out of 6.
You guys have so many hit points. What the heck?
6, 6, 5.
I got 5, 5, 6.
Hmm.
Doesn't pay to be evil.
Well, you
then
are
I'll
6'11",
do
so.
Unstoppable Force, and I'm gonna get the heck out of dodge.
I say that because Jake is legally 6'11".
That's not public information.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's okay. 1,
I didn't know it was private.
2. Man, this is difficult. She may pass through barriers. I'm here? How do I get away from you? Get away!
I mean, going through barriers is pretty baller.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
4.
Running away.
4 steps of running.
Empress is done. Your turn.
Okay, I've got 2 more characters to act. Ooh.
Really? I think you've done 2 already, because you did Kim first, right?
Nope, just talked about it.
Heather.
If Heather, at the beginning of Heather's turn, each damaged or defeated ally in line of sight can gain a glory. So I'm gonna give a glory to, that's right. Okay, Ula already acted. The Baron gets a glory, is not in line of sight. Okay. I think my area ability, I gotta get to you. I think I just gotta run after the Empress with my Baron on the chicken legs.
Baron on the chicken legs.
Baron on the chicken legs. So 1, I wish I could split my movement.
I know.
1, 2, 3. But then I could push. And then I could, what's her weakest defense?
Thanks for asking. It's mine.
Okay, okay. So I'm gonna do melee. Okay, so we're gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this
Yes,
close
it's
enough?
blocking. No, there's a barrier between us. Oh, we're adjacent. I think the barrier stops us. The barriers represent the line of sight. Spaces not separated barriers are adjacent to each other.
Whatever, I moved 5 to be close to you.
Oh,
okay. And then I'm gonna use my cognitive suppressor. Dealing damage and your target will gain an anguish token with this melee attack. I'm rolling 3 mind dice.
Okay. So I just roll 1?
Yeah.
This hurts. Okay.
2.
One.
You've negated 1. 1 comes through.
1 damage?
1 damage and an anguish token.
Another
You've already
one?
acted, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but who cares?
But take it. Okay, so I moved and attacked, and that's the Baron.
All right. Finally, with Arlax, I'll do Purifying Aura, which rolls 2 dice. I can remove that many status tokens from him. I'll remove the Hex token, and I remove 1 damage.
Weren't you supposed to remove that at the... No, it doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't go away. Normally, you have to pay an action point to remove it. Hex is brutal, but he's okay with it. Then I can move...
That's why you're so reluctant.
4
strike
spaces.
melee. That would put you in line of sight.
1.
With a couple things.
2, 3.
I don't think you can... I don't know. Just kidding. Yeah, you can
you
walk
can
around.
move. You just can't shoot through. 3 and 4.
Hello.
Hello, friend. That's my actions. All right.
Oh, you healed, of course. Okay.
I did.
So I've got Heather left, and Heather's gonna come shoot you in the back.
Typical Heather.
Damage to defeated ally in line of sight can gain a glory token. Okay, so I'm gonna be in line of sight of both of my characters. Will
that would be a perfect spot for. Ooh.
This spot is not in melee range of you. Okay, I think. Can Heather move? She can move 3 in a straight line. 1, 2, 3, gaining her a momentum, and then going to take her 4th one down this way. And now she can. Actually, before I decide melee or ranged, what's Jarl's preferred? He hates soul stuff, which is melee. So I'll actually stay right here.
Hey now.
So we fusion thrustered, gained a momentum die. Oh, but I'm not in line of sight of this, or am I?
It's
not.
It looks like you are.
I am,
I think
and
you are.
I am. Okay, I'm in line of sight of both.
Yeah, I think you did it.
Great. And so I'm going to melee attack with soul for 3 dice on my end.
Yeah, you got it. That means 1 dice on my end?
That's right.
You always find my weaknesses.
I'm looking for them.
All right, so it's only 1.
1 gets through.
Dang it.
Should have rolled my extra die. And that's me.
All right, that brings us to the end of the round where we flip them back to ready, except for my dead person, but I get 1 consolation prize, and let's roll some initiative.
Okay.
You're 3 over there, too.
And remove status tokens. No more anguish.
Thank you.
Woo. I have 1, but I'm going to
2.
re-roll 4. I have
That's such a
now
cool
3.
ability.
Okay, I will keep initiative.
I'll take a momentum.
Enjoy it.
I don't.
Uh-oh.
I'd rather have initiative right now. But honestly, we'll see what happens. I might at least get 1 of you down before we fall.
I'm going to start with Heather because she's promising the stars. At the beginning of Heather's turn, each damaged or defeated ally in line of sight may gain a glory token. I'm going to give glory, so that'll be +1 die to both the Baron and Ula this round.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we don't need to move. We just need a coup de grace. I'm going to...
It's coup de grace.
Well, I knew that, but I was like, oh, well, that must be some other turn of phrase because this one says coup de
It
grace.
might be paladin-like, yeah.
Okay, so coup de grace, I roll 3 dice. I'm going to add my 1 momentum die here and going for Jarl.
I think I have to roll my 2 momentum die to prevent this because I need Jarl alive.
And then just the 1 soul. Okay.
Uh-oh, only 1 success.
2 successes.
All right, that brings it down to just 1,
Okay.
so boink.
Boink. Now, I will do my Vestige of Hope. This is an area of... Oh, that's the wrong character. Okay, my ranged area attack I can't do. I have a defeated ability. She loves to die. So I guess I'll just do some movement to run away. Remove damage from each target non-defeated ally. She wants to be in line of sight of sweet baby Ula. So we're going to go... gain momentum dice for each ally in line of sight for the prime the matrix. Okay, so this line of sight puts me 1. She hasn't moved yet. That was last turn.
Yeah,
1,
gotcha.
2. Wait. 1, 2. I'm trying to get in line of sight of the Baron. Looks good.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Okay. And that's Heather.
Great.
It is Heather Singh.
Empress Millar is gonna go next, and I think she's gonna give a what's the Baron's weak one here? Soul.
Soul.
Yeah, we're gonna do
I have no soul. I
a
am made of
meteoric
robot bits
blow to him.
and chicken legs.
Okay, we're gonna do a 3 damage attack, not 4.
Okay.
It's soul.
To the soul. I used my white die. Okay. And hit.
Oh my god.
Got a hit. Do you talk to your dice? Do you tell them how good they are?
No, I need to speak to them more. That is so.
Hacknail Bag Shorts is one of the
irritating.
designers. Hello, designer. Thank you for your work.
Wow. That's really frustrating. So we're gonna move once again and go 1, 2. Oh man, I think I'm just in a whole lot of trouble here. Let's go.
Oh, you moved through the barrier.
Can move
Tricky
through
ability.
barriers, yeah.
Yes, run. My chicken legs will follow you everywhere.
1, 2,
Goat legs, maybe.
3, and 4.
Okay.
Bummer. Yep, that's the Empress's lame ass turn.
Wait, did she do healing or something? What was her other?
Or she can gain a momentum dice. It's him who heals.
Oh, right. We did roll. You hit me. Okay. You swung at me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got Ula, who can remove damage from each target non-defeated ally. I think that...
1 damage.
Oh, yeah. So...
You got the line. You got it.
I do have the line. Maybe I'll go for that. But then I won't be able to swing with her. But yeah, to keep the Baron. Ooh, I remove X damage. So
Yeah,
I
you
would
have to roll the dice. Mhm.
And I have glory. So Ula's gonna go.
Jeez.
She could move, but she's not gonna get the hit that way. You know what? We don't need to heal. That's not what this game is about.
There have been so many wonderful misplays.
Nuh-uh.
In my world, it has.
Hey, well, not mistaken rules.
No, misplays. No. Like, yeah, no, rules were fine. It's just more
Get
the
out of
actions
here.
chosen.
No misplays here. All right. I think that I'm actually going to go with the Baron first. Because what if I could kill you? How fun would that be? Before Jorl gets to go.
That'd be so cool.
It would be cool. Okay, so the area ability is I can push you. And the ranged hits with body, which you have a bunch of. So I want to get in melee range to attack your mind.
Do it.
Well, but I'd rather get 2 hits than 1. So I'm going to start with a ranged attack. I'm hitting you 3 body.
Okay. Relax, Jorl.
1 hit.
Oh, I have a momentum from when I lost that last thing, but I won't use it here. 2 hits. So you get a momentum die now.
Thank you. Okay, and then the other thing I'm going to do is shifting realities. I'm going to move or push each targeted character X times 2 spaces. While moving, your targets may pass through barriers, and the push targets still collide.
That is so stupid.
2 soul, please. And you are
Soul is 1. I have to roll this then.
Oh, I'll roll mine. Coming at ya. 1, 2, 3.
1.
3.
So you get 2 push. Oh, 2. Sorry, I didn't see this. The glare. So 1.
Okay, 1 gets through times 2 spaces. While moving, your target may pass through barriers. So I'm going to push and push. So you move through a barrier. Do you take any damage for moving through that barrier? with the push?
Generally, you do when hitting one, but you said I can move through it?
While moving, your targets may pass through barriers.
I believe it's pass through, not collide
Pushed
with.
targets still collide. Oh, okay.
Oh, it did say, would they still collide?
Yeah,
Then
I can also do 1,
Honestly,
2
Becca,
into the other character.
Whoa,
So through a barrier and into
That's gonna
ally.
kill Arlax.
Defeated.
And deal 1 damage to her. And that makes it your turn again.
So sorry.
I don't think you are.
No. Nope. Sure I'm not.
Sure,
okay,
feeling good.
Ooh-la.
Can you do it in 1 turn?
That's what I want
You
to
got
happen.
5 space of movement. You only need to do 1 damage to me. I bet you can do it.
Yeah.
That's really the challenge of today.
So my melee rolls
glory.
4 and soul, and you would defend with 3. But if I go ranged, I can do 2 mind against your 1 mind.
My one little mind.
And you spent this. Oh, I wasn't rolling with glory. I should have had extra dice on all those, but it's okay. But I will take the extra glory on this one. And we're going to move.
This is her.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna shoot a ranged area attack, which is gonna deal X damage and then give you an anguish token. So I'm rolling 2 mind.
I'm rolling 1 mind.
Okay.
It's a cock, so I'm gonna reroll it. That's still 0.
1 hit.
And the Empire is overthrown.
Heather Singh can finally take off her fishbowl helmet.
Well done!
Yay! Today's my day.
The Galactic Resistance wins! Look at you 3!
Gosh. Okay, just for that, Heather's gonna get her whole bio
Yes,
read.
please. Let's hear it.
Okay. Heather's hatred of authority stems from years of watching planetary leaders hesitate or compromise in the face of certain doom. After watching her people perish bickering over what survival plan would inconvenience them least, Heather now prefers to seek forgiveness for her actions after she saves people from destruction.
She got younger through that paragraph.
That's an effect of the cosmic rays through the fishbowl.
Oh, I thought it was the decompression from her fishbowl, but I like that too. The cosmic rays.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like cupping, but for your face, which makes you look younger, and your voice sound younger too.
Very nice. Well done. That was quite a sudden conflict.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
We came here for a garden party.
And we've stumbled into some muck.
Yeah, indeed. I loved the muck, and I love any game where you just need to pray to your dice that they do what you ask them to do.
Yeah.
I do think my dice were nicer to me, and I was telling them that I love them in between each round.
They were nice to you.
Yeah.
I, of course, walked into the muck, but that's my own fault. But I also love the momentum balance. That's a really nice even outer, I think is what it's called, technically speaking.
It's a really good even outer. Catchy upper.
Yeah, catch your upper.
I love the simplicity of this. I mean, there's a lot of games in this category, and sometimes people overthink it.
Yes.
This had a complex number of available actions. Everything is really different. Some stuff is really creative, really thematic, appropriate to the character. Like, Ula, the imprisoned empath, is maybe my favorite character that I played in a long time. She's a beautiful fern lady, and I'm in love with her.
There's a nice balance in the defensive abilities as well, because everybody has a 1, 2, or 3, so those are all even in that way, even though maybe their hit points or abilities aren't the same. This is scaled really nicely.
Yeah, and like your big melee hitter feels so bad about doing that, he hexes himself. That's a really fun and interesting mechanic.
muscles are too big. How can I do this?
And I like the writing of the flavor text of the characters.
Great flavor text.
Yeah.
We need more great flavor text.
Sudden conflict, 2 thumbs up for me.
Yeah, and it's modular. There's different versions of it. There's Valrona and Ukyo as well, and I'm sure there's going to be even more beyond that. It's a 2-player skirmish game. It's on Kickstarter now. There's a link right there. If you are on YouTube, you should go check out the description below, or maybe just buy it wherever you get your space stuff, because you're deep in the future. Congratulations.
Well, the Space Depot.
Space Depot, yeah. Go to the Space Depot. Get space
park
games.
your mercenary ship while you're refueling with your space credits. Go purchase one of these in the Kickstarter game store.
Good games today. You played two good ones. You won both. That's fantastic.
What? It was time. I was due for some wins.
Yeah.
You've been heavy in the win department of late, I would say. So I'm not upset that I creamed it in both games. I said creamed it.
I know what you meant. You meant it in a positive, winning way.
I did.
Not necessarily any other. And you definitely earned it today.
Were you gonna say I creamed it?
No, I wasn't. I was trying to get away from that, but I couldn't.
Like a pie, like a clown putting a pie in there.
Yeah, now it's just clown sex to me. Thank you, everybody who hung out today. We will not be streaming on Thursday because we have some big productions going on.
Oh, yeah, well, we are pre-taping a playthrough video.
Yeah.
Should we say what game it's for? Are we allowed?
We
I don't know.
Let's do it. It's an announced game.
Oh my god.
Let's break some
oh
rules.
my god. We're playing the game Word Traveler. And that's for a pre-tape, so it'll be on YouTube eventually, and it'll be highly produced and very lovely.
Super good.
So it's always fun when an editor takes out all of our long thinking pauses, you know?
I love it. And we're also filming a super top secret project, which we can't tell you about, but we're going to be doing that next week. But we'll be back soon next week for more streaming right here on Good Time Society. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, go and do it now. If you haven't followed us here, do it now as well.
And very importantly, if you want to support everything we do that's unsponsored as a channel, the best way you can do that is go to patreon.com/goodtimesociety. And we're going to be putting a lot more stuff directly on Patreon in the near future. So I hope that you remember there. And if not, Ula's coming for you.
Last suggestion, if you haven't already joined our Discord, we actually have been organizing games there on the side. I don't know if I told you yet, but I'm actually in a game with Andrea Pantaloni right now of Castles of Burgundy, and they've already stolen the mines from me in the first turn. There were 3 mines available, and I already lost them, and I was third to go. Andrea took 2 of the 3 mines.
Yes, I know you did this to be canon, that Jake can never have the mines.
I screamed aloud, Andrea. I screamed aloud, okay? I was like, you took them both?
Oh, no, he creamed you.
It's okay. On that note, thanks for being here. Have a good day.
Bye.